It's no longer a secret what's coming, guys. Just as we predicted, this is the Nyx System. It's not gonna be coming out at 4.0, but in the next 12 months, I'm betting that we're gonna be seeing a lot more of it. Everything we saw at CitizenCon was just absolutely amazing. So let's take a tour of this new frontier. I'm gonna be taking you with me in this journey, and we're gonna be analyzing all the available footage, which I have now edited into a single clip. So let's dive right into it. This asteroid belt here, guys, is called the Glacium Ring. And this is also the place where the biggest asteroid, named Delamar, is located. The major landing zone in this system is only one so far, and it's called Levski. This, guys, is the reason why I'm missing Delamar so much. Just look at this. It's absolutely stunning. Back in 2020, when I started playing Star Citizen, I actually chose this as my starting location. And there is every reason to do this again, guys. Now we're about to dive deep into the asteroid itself, and onto it you can see there is a lot of structures. Those are the remains of the mining base that used to be located in this system. And this is where the mining actually took place. You can see that this is a massive, massive hole right now. You can fly through it. It can fit the biggest ships like the Kraken, probably even something like the Bengal, if you're careful enough. And the hangars are now located at the periphery. This is the perfect layout right now to be able to actually fit all the traffic which is gonna be coming up with server meshing. And guys, this location is now extremely valuable. And one of the reasons for that is because Vanduul space lies just beyond the Nyx System. Levski is owned by a neutral faction, which is the People's Alliance, and this is kind of like the Grimhack situation, but without the Nine Tails in it. There's not gonna be any drug labs on this place, and everything has rules that need to be followed. This is why Levski is my personal favorite spot. There is a lot of detail that you can see here. There are small landing pads just before every single one of those hangars. There is also surface hangars on the right, and mooring fixtures on those big towering structures there. This is ideal for anyone who doesn't want to go inside the hole and maybe collide with something that's coming out. And the Polaris is just chilling there, being docked with the docking collar. And guys, this here is the Kraken. Look how small this thing looks inside this big boring hole. Now let's turn our attention back to Delamar for a second. It's no longer gonna be a planetoid, and that means that we've lost all gravity from the surface of it. Now this might cause a little bit of confusion because we are no longer able to spawn our land vehicles and cruise around the surface, but there is also some good news about that. We are gonna be able to EVA every which way around the station and of course around the asteroid itself. And look at the view here, guys. Absolutely stunning. The lights, just everything, the atmosphere. I want to be able to look from all sides when this thing goes live, and what I'm gonna be looking at are the abandoned mine shafts. There used to be a lot to explore inside of those tunnels back in the day, and there is even the possibility of finding hidden items there. This is a direct poke to CIG now. If they're watching this video, please make sure that there are things inside those mines that we can find and make use of. And speaking of useful things, here are some landing pads outside, but those are very different from the ones we have at the PU right now, because those have their own dedicated cargo elevators in the back. And this is something that all stations in Stanton could really benefit from. This would massively reduce the waiting times for the dedicated hangars, and of course it's gonna be more risky, but some people like me do enjoy the risk factor in this game. Now let's get a cinematic overview of the station's dimensions. This is just absolutely ginormous. The reclaimer just looks like a toy right now. And if you're wondering what those fixtures are, you're gonna find out in just a second. There is not only gonna be mooring capability on them, you can even deliver cargo straight to those pads over there. And the crowd is already getting excited, and you should be too right now. This particular layout should definitely be implemented across Stanton, because I don't see any reason not to do it. Look how convenient those pads are located. It's easy enough, it's convenient, I just love it. And there is also the access to the elevator, which leads to every part of the station, and we are gonna be looking at the last piece of the puzzle, the cargo deck. Now the inside is much more warm and inviting, you have windows on the left, there is also the shipping kiosk over there, and there is no forklifts anywhere to see. It's definitely a different vibe here, making the space seem more like a home, rather than the sterile industrial hub that we are used to seeing in Stanton. We do, however, still have the rental kiosks, and there is also the clerk who is gonna give us some missions, and on the right you can see the multi-purpose shop. This has been my overview of the Nyx system so far, and we are going to be talking about it again as soon as I get some new information. The main landing zone, Levski, is shaping up to be one of the coolest looking locations in the verse, and I cannot wait for us to be finally able to go there. And that's all the news I've got for you right now for the Nyx system. This has been Agos, signing out for today. But don't forget to subscribe, because I've got a lot more content lined up just for you. And guys, you can also catch me in the comment section as always, so I'm gonna see you there. Stay awesome.